welcome to my YouTube channel, The Break It Down. Here we talk about all there is to talk about, but most importantly, we love our reality TV shows and poking our nose on people's business. So let's get into it. So I'm here to tell you about all that happened in the Big Brother house yesterday on Friday. I'll start after the housemates were called by Big Brother. Or Big Brother showed them a clip where Umpume was covering Liam, not Jared, so that they can do their shenanigans. Of course, it was Thursday night that night, so they were drunk. So Big Brother called the housemates and then played the clip. He gave Umpume a strike for covering Liam and Jared, blocking the camera's view, and that is against the rules in the Big Brother house. She also gave Liam and Jared a warning, which I feel like was unfair because they are the ones who couldn't see because of the covering. But anywho, it's Big Brother's rules, Big Brother's house. So after that, Liam was shocked, saying that Jared is just bad luck. She was imagining how her family is reacting to this, and just shocked that she was called for the second time to be given a punishment, which was a warning this time around because last time she got a strike. Jared was laughing in her face, saying that you should be leaving me, but will you take the advice though? Will you leave me? Like she wasn't taking it serious. I don't know why Liam is with Jared, but gay, if it's a game plan, it's a game plan. It's what she chose to do in the house. Be Jared's gal. Unbreakable relationship. Maybe it's what she wanted. And then Umpumishem was also shocked. She went to Liam and apologized for getting them in trouble because she's the one who decided to cover Liam and Jared with some blankets. After that, the house moved on, so they went to the arena games. Uneo won the arena games and got herself 5,000 check, and I'm happy for her because high chances she might be leaving on Sunday since there will be one disruptor left behind. The housemates were so happy for her, they all went inside the house, and yesterday Opie brother did give the housemates some alcohol. Okay, so another thing that I want to tell y'all guys, Liam went to the jacuzzi where there was Yolanda and Mitch just having a conversation. So apparently Liam didn't like the way Mitch and Liam were talking to her. As the viewers weren't showing the part that Liam and Mitch and Yolanda were talking about Liam to Liam. And then we were shown after Liam was narrating the whole thing to Jared, Zee, and Sinaye. She was saying apparently Yolanda asked her that how long has she been single before getting into the house and being with Jared. She said 3 years, and they said no wonder. You strong girl. And then they say something along the lines of Jared is playing her. Well, we weren't shown as the viewers the conversation, but what I know is that it might happen because Yolanda and Umich have umlomo for days. So it might happen that they did say that. But I also can't help but think that it is how Liema feels. It is how Liema feels, and Mona, they were just having a conversation, wanting to know about what's going on in her relationship. So in her mind, I feel like she judges herself for continuing with Jared after kissing two girls in front of her. So go is projecting. But anywho, moving on from that scenario, the housemates went on to have their dinner. So when they're having their dinner, they usually sit in the kitchen in the tables. Okay, so I think it was after dinner where Umpomi was sitting with Jared and was singing Elaine's song, and that song had meaning to Umpomi. I feel like he was just dedicating it to Jared and the situation that they have. Olia moved from where she was sitting to sit with Umpomi, which I feel like was a wrong move. Oh, okay. Before that, before that, Uzi and Usnai had their dinner yesterday. The dinner that Usnai have been planning for Uzi. Angani, he said that he wants to play Z. So it dinner, it's part of his game plan. And the thing I hate about Usnai's game is that we already know, and we already know it isn't even interesting because he wants to play Z. And then what? At least Jared gives us, we know Jared's plan, but he gives us some entertainment with the with Bumi and Uliam. Like there is drama there, so there is content for us to consume. With Usnaye, oh, gameplay nyake shame. If he doesn't change it or if anything doesn't happen, I shame now I'm bored. I'm really bored with Snaya's game plan. And then they did have the dinner. It was beautiful. Umpume prepared a beautiful meal for them and then they had it. But people on the socials were saying, so this is the dinner that Snaya was talking about because it was raining. So they had to have the dinner in the bed. I feel like at least again, no they set up inside the house with chairs, maybe in acele ukwenza in another corner, acele ungaphazanyiswa ama-housemates. Yabo, mhlawumbe afuna ama-flowers outside. I don't know if there are flowers in Biggy's house. Abeka ama-flowers. Yabo, enza nje a cute setup, but it was just i-dinner. Okay, ke ngathi wabenzela ne-drinks ezinhle shame umpumi. Yabo, and the food looked beautiful. And then they had it. Okay, so Uliam said that to Jared. I also want a date. Jared said, but we did have a twilight date though. Hey, and then Utake was shocked, like, toilet date? Who else came in and said, yes, I did see it. And she was explaining. Prior to that, Umbomi, Els, and Bale in their gossip session, as always, they were having a discussion about Uliam and Jared doing something in the toilets. And Iktua usually, from time to time, they go to the toilets to do things there. And then they were saying Liam was doing something to Jared. I don't want to mention it, but they were doing adult things where Liam was doing something to Jared. So I think Jared was talking about that. And I feel like that is so disrespectful towards Liam. It is just so disrespectful towards Liam. And Jay, it's embarrassing. And imagine Leondo, they were discussing it in the table where Liam was there and also Jared was there. Yo. And then I feel like Liam, yesterday she was just off. And this thing started, I think it started after the Yolanda and Mitch thing. I don't know, but she was off and Jared could see it. And also now Jared was irritated because he knew that after people go to bed, he has to go to Liam and explain himself. So yeah, so after dinner, as I said, Liam was sitting in another table. Jared and Umpumi were sitting in another table. Umpumi started singing the Elena song. Liam moved from where she was sitting to where Jared and Bumi was sitting. And it was just so awkward. It was just so awkward, Jim, that Liam then went upstairs. She then came back again to sit, and that time there was also else in the table. But Jared said good night and went to bed. But when Liam got into the room where they sleep, Jared was up making jokes, but he said good night in the table. I really did felt that Liam was starting to get irritated there. If it was up to her, she would have spitted on people yesterday. But I feel like yesterday she had self control. Okay, so moving on. At night, Liam and Jared were having this conversation. Liam was talking to Jared, saying that she knows that she was supposed coming into the house. She was supposed to have this game plan. Yeah, now she doesn't have a game plan. She's playing with her heart. She's being herself. Just enjoy talking about how real she is in the house. And I felt there like she was trying to get sympathy of the viewers and also sympathy of Jared. Jared was not having it yesterday. He was acting like Oyezela. He was acting like he doesn't care. If I was Liam, I would have seen the signs yesterday. But Liam was continuing with the conversation, and then Liam said to Jared, and then I had you made a joke that you don't like relationships. Or Jared was like, yeah, I don't like relationships. Liam was like, why? Jared explained himself. Liam said, do you feel like you want to split? And then Jared was like, I don't know, bro. Jared was not interested in having that conversation with Liam yesterday. And Liam was busy, like going in circles. I feel like if he wanted to hear what Jared was saying to her, that he doesn't care. He wants Liam to do her thing in the house, and him does his thing in the house. William would have heard that, but William didn't want to hear that. He was going around in circles. It was just so embarrassing for her. They ended up making out, and William was on top of Jared making out, and then after that, Liam went to the closet and cried, saying that there's just no one to talk to in this house, feeling lonely, and the cameras were looking at her, and she was also looking at the cameras. I feel like now she's adopting the strategy of making the viewers think that she is vulnerable, and she seeks pity votes. That's my opinion. But hopefully her strategy will work for her, because at the end of the day, it's all a game. All the housemates are playing a game. If he wants to take that route, I think it's safe to say she should, because all the housemates now, they have their game strategies, and hey, who am I to judge people's strategies when I'm not even competing for the 2 million in the house? So moving on, that was the night between Jared and Liam Shame. And then moving on, we go to Sinaye. So after the dinner, Sinaye and Zee ended up making out in Sinaye's bed. And Usnaye, Usnaye was looking at the cameras. Like, he was looking at the cameras during the dinner. He was also looking at the cameras when they were making out. And then Usnaye wanted Uzi to spend the night in his bed. Uzi was like, nah. After they were done with the making out, Uzi went to her bed. So Kango, I don't know if Osinaye is still playing a game or he has caught feelings, and the way he will be explaining his game and like reassuring people that he's still playing a game, it's a game to him. It is just exhausting. I wish you could just play, yabo, and not be explaining himself to people. It makes me think that he has caught feelings. It's just draining hearing Usnai explain himself to people. And that was the night between Usnai and Z. There was also Uni and Utaki who were having their cute conversation, and I just have nothing to narrate that about Nia and Utaki, because their conversation shame are so innocent and healthy. It's like they are in a real healthy relationship or talking stage. It's like they are not in the house, but Kevelebona, they know that they are not competing for the 2 million. So I don't see them, why would they want to screw each other over? So had a healthy conversation that was just so cute to watch. And then there were the housemates. The housemates were upstairs having conversation, laughing, and enjoying spending time with one another. So yeah, last night was quite eventful, and that was what Biggie's children got up to yesterday. So please share your comments, share what do you think about these housemate strategies, and please don't forget to like this video, subscribe on this channel, and see you on the next video.